What's up, Candy Lickers? Pleased to meet you. Nice to know me. What you doing? You listening to another episode of Casio'S Cut.
Hey kid, look at me. Let's burn down the school with gasoline. Say hell yeah. Hell yeah. Say white trash. White trash. Hey kid, it's party time. We're kicking out the jams like the MC5. That's the way I wanna be. I'll be a white trash superstar. That's the way I wanna be. I'll be a white trash superstar.
Oh, yeah. What's up? It's our first video Casio'S Cut. Starting off with a little Quaker City Nighthawks. Thanks to you guys, Quaker City, for being on the podcast. And thank you for hooking me up with the old vinyl record. As I get situated here, pick up my mic for the podcast. What is going on, people? Welcome in to another edition of Casio'S Cut, episode 14. And over here, if you are watching on our YouTube channel, you can see the lovely Big Booty Judy.
Hey.
Big Booty Judy, would you stand up for the camera and show
What?
them your t-shirt?
Oh, my t-shirt.
It says, "My wiener is my wingman." My wiener is my wingman. Shout out to, we used to have a Chiweenie, Jerry Barksdale. Well, you got that.
R.I.P.
KRP, starting off on a good note. My wiener is my wingman. Is that shirt? Thankfully, I'm not wearing that, but she is. As you can see, there's a wolf in the shot. If you're watching on YouTube, that is Lulu, Tallulah Bankhead, the husky wolf. And in the floor, we got Hank. I think he's licking his crotch. Hank, come here. Look, you gotta look for the camera.
Oh.
You gotta look for the camera. I didn't mean to get up in here, but Hank Mitchell Jr., the pit bull, jumped up in my lap, and he's locked in the room with us as well. So we're gonna off. Okay. All right. So this is a very special episode. One, it's our first episode going straight to YouTube. A lot of visual here, but we're gonna try to keep it as podcast friendly for all you guys listening on audio as well. We started a segment on the podcast called "What's in Casio's Box," and we have a Casio's PO box, so you can mail anything. And it looks like we got about 6 or 7 packages here on our first try, which is fun. It's all I wanted. This is quick and easy, and we'll get things rolling, and we'll see how it does. Might be a dud, and you guys never mail me anything again, and it might be fun. We'll see what's in there. I have no idea what's in these boxes, so we're going to find out what's in Casio's box. If you want to be a part of the next one we do, I'm going to try to do these monthly probably. You can send us a package to the P.O. Box. It's Casio'S Cut, P.O. Box 19065, Huntsville, Alabama. And that is area code 35804. That's Casio'S Cut, P.O. Box 19065, Huntsville, Alabama 35804. You can send anything you want. Shirt you want me to wear in a picture or on the video, a hat,
Dog
craziness,
toys.
dog toys. It doesn't matter what it is. We just want the fun of opening this and seeing what you guys send. Also, we're going to do a Q&A. If you're on our social media, you should be following us on social media so you can be part of these future shows. And that's how we get questions. We got a little Q&A for the episode today. Judy and I asked them to ask you questions as well. That's why you are in here with me today. And after looking at the questions, a lot of them are directed to you and not me, which means you are the true star. Okay. So if you want to be a part of our social media, make sure you go to CASSIO'sCut.com. That's where you can download any episode you want, all previous, current, future episodes of Casio'S Cut podcast. You can get it right there at CASSIO'sCut.com. Also on social media, Casio'S Cut on Facebook. You can go to Twitter at Casio'S Cut, Instagram at Casio'S Cut as well. So interact with us. We want we want to interact with you. We love you're a part of this show, and that's what we're doing. We're all having fun here together. Big Booty Judy, do you want to give out your social, or is that a little much? Probably.
Let's do it. I already know it.
They know it if they're on our social. Not sure if you need to give it out. Look, we'll do an incentive. She's tagged in all the posts that are relevant. Follow me, and then you can see her post. My personal accounts are the Cassio Kid. If you follow me on the Cassio Kid on Twitter and on Instagram, you can keep up to date with comedy shows, appearances, conventions, radio stuff as well. Speaking of radio stuff, that leads me right into the next topic I wanted to hit. As we are recording this, it is the first week in August, and that means we have kicked off Casio'S Cut fundraiser.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you had to sign up for this as well. Casio'S Cut fundraiser. Here's what's happening there. I'm going to shave my head if we hit our fundraising goal. And our fundraiser for this month is the Downtown Rescue Mission of Huntsville, Alabama. I know some of you, a lot of you that listen to the podcast or watch on YouTube are not local to Huntsville, but just know it's going to a great cause. It is the Downtown Rescue Mission. They do a lot for the homeless here in Huntsville. And whatever they're doing, any rescue mission or the homeless population is a big problem here in America, and it hits close to home in whatever city you are listening or watching in. So I felt the need to partner up with the Downtown Rescue Mission, and here's the short of it. They've just acquired some property. It used to be an old apartment building. It has 8 units in it, and this is going to be transitional housing for the homeless. If they finish the 1-year program, yeah, Lulu. If they finish the 1-year program, they go through. Look, the Downtown Rescue Mission not only gives them, hey, you can spend the night here, and we'll give you some breakfast before you leave. They try to change their lives. They try to help them get back on their feet. They try to help them transition back into society and stop the cycle of homelessness and addiction at the Downtown Rescue Mission. And that's why we believe in what they do. So they've acquired this transitional housing. And if you finish their 1-year program, this is going to be a men's unit. And they're going to be able to move into these. It's going to be a lower rent, affordable for them coming out of a homeless shelter, of course. They're trying to get a job. They're trying to get back into society. And but it gives them accountability, responsibility, and gets them kind of back in the system as close to as normal life as they can get. So we are raising money. Our goal, here's what we got. We got a goal because everybody wants to know what their money's going to. You don't just want to blindly throw money. This money that we're raising is specifically going to the flooring of this apartment building. They've had to clearly redo this entire apartment unit. 8 people can 8 units there, and they got to do the reflooring in all of it. This is over $150,000 in renovations for the whole thing, but for the flooring, it's going to cost $5,500. They've already timed that out. They've already budgeted out, and it's going to be $5,500. So I put my hair on the line.
Literally.
We are going to shave my head if we hit the target of $5,500 by the end of August in 2019, if you're watching this live as it's happening. So here's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping they get $5,499,
no,
and I don't have to shave my head.
It's happening.
And they still get the flooring.
I'll donate that extra $1.
But well, thank you, Judy. As we record this in early August, we are way ahead of schedule. We're at, my last check was $1,460. So we're way ahead of schedule for what we need to be to get by the end of the month to $5,500. So if you want to be a part of that, you can go to The Rocket 951, which is the radio station I'm on. And of course, I'm an idiot. It's my first YouTube video. I should have put this on silent. But you can go to therocket951.com. That's our radio station. You'll see a link there. You can go to all my social media, at the Cassio Kid, at Casio'S Cut. It's up on there. Judy's retweeting it if you follow her. The radio station's retweeting it at therocket951 on all the social media there. And of course, if you're local in Huntsville, you can drop money off at the radio station or at the Downtown Rescue Mission. Tell us If you want to make a check payable to Downtown Rescue Mission, put in the 4-line Casio'S cut, and then it'll get to where it's supposed to go. But everything's online. And look, if you donate $1, and that'll work. We'll take $1.
Yeah.
Every little bit counts. Every little bit that you donate goes to this flooring project for the transitional housing and will help make a difference in someone's lives. You can see that. We'll show it when we get to the end. And, of course, you'll get to see me shave my head.
Mr. Clean.
Mr.
style.
Clean. We're going to get rid of this mop up here. So that's what we got on the line. Please donate. Those who have donated,
Please.
thank you so much. We're going to give shout-outs on every podcast. If you donate $1, if you donate $1,000, whatever you donate, we're going to give you a shout-out on every single podcast for the rest of August. We're going to thank you. So thank you so much in advance for donating, and thank you to those who have donated. I didn't think we would be at $1,400 this early. Judy.
No, it's like a week. Just
Yeah.
a week? Yeah. It's
not-
happening.
It's we're ahead of schedule. So if you listen on the radio, we've challenged you to I'm on Rocket 95.1 WRTT on the Jimbo and Cassio morning show in Huntsville. So we challenged everybody to $9.51, and we challenged all the companies that are listening, especially that are supporting the Rocket. We challenged them to $95.10. Should we put a challenge number out to the podcast and YouTube viewers?
Yeah.
What number should it be?
What number?
So it's $9.51 for the radio. What should we just say? $10. This is episode 14. $14.
$14.
Episode 14 of Casio'S Cut. So $14 is the challenge. If you want to donate $14, we are throwing the gauntlet down. We would appreciate that. But like we said, if you can donate $1, it all works.
Yeah.
It all goes towards making a difference in somebody's lives. Now we've got questions as well. So we got questions. So do we want to start with a couple of questions and get around,
let's get
kind
warmed
of
up.
kicking,
Let's get
or do
warmed
we
up.
want to open a package?
Let's get warmed up.
Well, let's get warmed up. All right. So to get warmed up, we're first going to start with Instagram at Casio'S Cut on Instagram. If you want to be a part of that, at Casio'S Cut on Instagram. And we're going to read as many questions as we can. Some of you sent very inappropriate questions that we won't ask. But everything else we're going to try to get to. Here we go. Going to at Casio'S Cut on Instagram. Melon Jesus is his name.
Jesus.
Melon Jesus is his name. And he says, can you go into any kind of detail about the guy who hosted the radio show before you and Jimbo? If I remember correctly, his nickname was Fish or something similar. I would like to hear your perspective and not rumors. If you cannot, which I can, I will. If you cannot, another question I have is, how did you and Big Booty Judy meet?
Oh, that's an easy one. Both are easy.
All right, you start with how did we meet?
How do we meet? Okay.
Grindr.
So, no.
Oh.
That's what you like saying. But y'all had a rock show happening. It was Blackstone Cherry on a Wednesday.
At a local club in town. Blackstone Cherry was in town. The Rock, one of our favorite rock bands. We didn't know each other, but
No.
we're both there at Blackstone Cherry. Shout out to Blackstone Cherry. You need to be on the podcast soon.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Amen to that.
Amen to that.
So it was a Wednesday night, and it was at the sleaziest club in Huntsville. It's probably the
Don't
nastiest.
mention it. Just stop.
It's
Go ahead.
sleaziest.
It's at a club.
It's at a club, and I heard you were going to be there.
Okay.
I was super excited. I was
Okay.
like, I've got to get there early. So even before the first band came on to meet you.
All right.
So my coworkers took me there.
So she was thirsty.
Very thirsty. This is probably like 6 o'clock at a rock show. I peaked way too early. So I saw you outside, and I was like, I want to get him drunk.
Did you?
Yeah. I was like, all
I
right.
didn't know you saw me outside.
Yeah.
This is unveiling right here.
Oh,
I didn't know
yeah.
you saw me outside first.
Saw you outside a little bit, and I was like, all right. So we go inside, and I'm like, all right. My drink is Fireball.
Well, it was at the time. You've changed to Jack Fire now.
Oh, yeah. I've gotten more sophisticated.
More sophisticated, a different cinnamon liquor. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jack Fire's your jam now.
Oh yeah.
And you like all the alcoholic water stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to give too much advertising, but White Claw, Truly, whatever the other ones are. What's the other ones?
They weren't available at
Ike
the time.
Barinholtz or something. Yeah. Anyway, you're drinking Fireball. Was
Yep,
your
and
shot.
yeah,
And you
saw
drink
you.
cider. You
Yep.
drink Angry Orchard at the time. All right. So, and you see me, and you.
We say, I'm like, let's do a round of Fireball.
Who you with? The friends?
Coworkers.
You're with coworkers. Are they a couple or just two friends?
No, they're a married couple.
Married couple, coworkers, and they come with you to the concert. Do they know you're thirsty?
A little bit, but they weren't even a fan of the rock show.
Okay.
They just knew I was
Thirsty.
thirsty.
So they were coming to protect you?
No, they were coming to have a good time. I mean, they wanted to see a show.
Okay. So they come to the club, concert's going on, and at some point in the concert, you walk up to me and said, hey, do you want a Fireball shot?
Yep.
And I said, no. It's a Wednesday. I'm trying not to get tipsy.
You have to work
I
tomorrow.
have to work tomorrow
And I
at 5
say,
a.m.
so do I. Let's do it.
Right. And I was like, I don't think so. And then my friends were there with me, some of the people from the radio station, and they were like, what are you doing? You got a hot chick offering to buy you a shot. So I go back over, and you were posted up by the bar.
Yeah.
And I
Buying
said,
shots.
hey, rain check, let's take that shot right now. Let's do the shot. So you were excited. We did the shot. We did a few more shots.
We took a picture, a selfie.
We did do a selfie. And then it came time for Blackstone Cherry to come on stage. And I had to bring the band on stage. Kind of a big deal. And so I said, look, don't leave in your cut-off blue jean shorts and your hot tennis shoes and your smoking hot legs. And I was real close, like up in your ear.
Yeah.
And I was like, don't leave. I got to go bring the band on stage. I'll be right back. Don't leave. And
I left.
you thank you. I'm glad you got the setup there.
Yeah.
You promptly left.
I didn't mean to leave. My coworker's like, we got to work tomorrow, so we're going. And it was like 10 o'clock.
Yeah, probably 10.
Yeah.
And the band was coming on. And now, why did they make you leave?
Because I had a boyfriend and I have to work tomorrow.
Oh,
Yeah,
snap.
yeah.
You just threw in you had a boyfriend like it wasn't nothing.
Yeah.
All right, so you leave. Of course, I go, that's my luck. At least I got a few free shots. It's usually the other way around. I buy some free shots for a girl, and then she goes me. But this time, I thought, well, she just bought me shots and left. And then it was like a week later. I feel like it was the weekend.
Yeah.
It was the weekend because that was a Wednesday. And then on the weekend, somebody over here slid up in my DMs.
Well, I posted a picture and then you slid in.
Okay, so here's what happened. I did slide in her DMs because of this. She posted Twitter. She tagged me on it, the picture on Twitter. So I went and looked at her profile because I was going to see, it's a little background on her. And that was her first Twitter post. She started Twitter just to post that picture.
You right.
You right. And I knew she was in.
Yep.
Are you in?
I'm in now.
So, that was it. Game over. We talked in the DMs. We went on a date a few weeks later. And the rest is history, right?
Broke up with the boyfriend and now we're married.
I wasn't going to bring that up, but here we go.
We-
As far as Fish, Fish was there. He was there way before I was there. He was there, I think, 6 years at the Rocket 95.1 in Huntsville. And I wasn't there at the time, so I don't know why he got fired. But he got fired. And look, it's like, I feel like it's, why are you making our wolf twerk on video, by the way? She's standing all over our pit bull who is cashed out for this.
He's
segment.
right. Here he comes.
Fish. So Fish, he got fired for whatever reason. I don't know. I wasn't there. I was at another radio station at the time. I was doing a sports show, actually, with my buddy Cole Kublik, who has been on the podcast before. Go check that out in the archives at CASSIO'S.com. And then months later, I got let go from the sports station I was with, not due to Cole, due to management not wanting me to be there. And then, next thing you know, I was at the Rocket. And as far as Fish, personally, a week or two ago, we had dinner with him.
Yeah.
So me and him get along. People ask all the time if, he hates us, what happened. I don't know what happened. I wasn't there. I know he got let go. I know I'm there now. I came months, if not a year later at least.
It's radio.
And it's radio. I'm going to get fired. We're all going to get fired. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the truth. That's radio.
Lulu howled about that. She agrees. So, no hard feelings against Fish. As far as I know, he don't have hard feelings with me. He didn't tell me that while we were in dinner the other night. And so there you go. There's that. Next one is from Rezus316 on Instagram. What's a candy liquor? Here's the easiest way to say that. It started with a shout out to Tony Schiavone and Conrad Thompson on What Happened When WHW Monday podcast. They had me on there. I would sit in with them and have fun. And one of the times I sat in, you can go in their archives and find that. I brought up a song, Candy Liquor by Marvin Cease. And that's about 10 minutes of radio gold right there. I'm going to let you guys check out that on your own. But it basically kind of stuck, as Candy Liquor was kind of my jam. So every time I was on their podcast, they brought up Candy Liquor. And then so once that started, it was kind of like that was my catchphrase. What's up, Candy Liquors?
Yeah.
Because on their podcast, some of them hated me, some of them loved me as far as listeners of Tony Schiavone's podcast. But I would just always be introduced and say, what's up, Candy Liquors? So that way the haters could tune out. But if you're watching this, you are Candy Liquor and you like the podcast. So appreciate you hanging out here. Let's do one more and then let's open a package. You want to do that?
Okay, yeah.
CLC 1876. If her nickname wasn't Big Booty Judy, would you have honestly ever been interested?
Oh.
Well, the follow-up is, how did the name Casio come to be? So let's do both of those.
Okay.
Because that's basically how our nicknames got started. And then we will open our first package. Big Booty Judy was not her nickname beforehand.
No. Well, okay. So...
I don't
see
wanna
me,
know if people called you Big
no,
Booty
well, if you
Judy.
see me now on the video, I'm not like big. I don't really have a big booty, as most people say. Like, you don't really have a big
You
booty.
have a big booty. We're not
But
gonna make
like
you
for
turn
my
around and show it.
size,
We're not desperate. We're not thirsty for
No.
likes. But I mean, if you want to turn around and twerk,
but
that happens to do good on YouTube.
way back when I was much bigger and a much bigger partier, and that's where I got the nickname Big Booty Judy.
You wasn't bigger. You were thick.
I was thick.
THICC.
Anyways,
Thick.
so I hang out with Casio.
Yeah, so the first time she was over at Conrad's house, of all people, Conrad Thompson, the Podfather, she jokingly introduced herself as Big Booty Judy.
Yeah, this is
And-
after I lost the weight.
I don't know. This is what she looked like when I met her. And she told everybody, she told us when she first walked in, jokingly, what's your name? She said Big Booty Judy. We all laughed. She did a cannonball into the infinity pool.
Yep.
And then we took her to the wall of vodka.
Yeah.
Talking about hard. Listen, then when everybody came to the party after that, the people that had been introduced to her, they said, what's the girl with Casio's name? And they would say, I don't know, it's Big Booty Judy. And then she would say, no, I was just joking. My name's not Big Booty Judy. And they were like, oh no, too late. If you've ever been around Conrad, that was it. That was game over.
Yeah.
Her nickname was Big Booty Judy. And it just fit since I was on the radio. It's kind of better to talk about her as Big Booty Judy on the radio and not say her real name. Not because of a little bit because of creepers, but, you know, weird part about doing a radio morning show is you kind of live your life in front of people. So if for some reason it didn't go to plan, if we didn't get married, if we ended up getting, breaking up, then you don't want somebody's name out there and then, somebody not siding with her or whatever. We don't want hate coming to you. But luckily, it worked out. And you're Big Booty Judy. And you got your own theme song, Big Booty Judy. As far as Casio, let's see. Let me make sure I give credit to who asked for Casio, because CLC 1876 wanted to know about Big Booty Judy. Superman 25. Oh, what's up, Superman 25? That's my buddy Bill King out in Los Angeles. When I lived in Los Angeles, he was one of my best buds out there. So shout out, Bill. What's up, buddy? Casio was radio. I started on a show called Rick and Bubba, and even before I even officially started, when I was in my mid-teens, about 15, they used to do a high school football scoreboard show, and they did a chant. And I called in one Friday night. They did a Friday night high school football scoreboard show. They were radio gods at the time in Gadsden, Alabama, and they were even bigger on Friday nights. And I would call in. I called in the first time, and I did their chant. And I had a keyboard. I was at a buddy's house, and shout out to Bobby Jackson in Gadsden. I had the keyboard. I pushed one button. It played the music. I did their chant. Thought it was a joke. Thought they would laugh. They did laugh. And they said, hey, what's your name? Because that was funny. And I realized I was the uncool 15-year-old sitting at home on a Friday night. So I was like, nah, not going to tell you my name. And they were like, yeah, you got to tell us your name because we want you to call back in. And I was like, not going to tell you my name. Too embarrassed. And so they said, you are the mysterious Casio kid. Because even though I still sound like a kid, I really sounded like a kid at that point. And so the Casio kid stuck. So like the next week, it was the theme song to their football show. Was my song chant on the one button keyboard. And then so I called in again, and I was like, no, still don't want to claim it. Mysterious Casio kid. And then I would show up when they were out doing live appearances in radio, and I would say, hey, I'm the Casio kid. And then fast forward about 4 or 5 years later, when I got into college, Gadsden State Community College, I became an intern. I was a computer science major, then I switched to communications and started an internship with Rick and Bubba, and that's how I got into radio. But they give all their interns a name, and I already had the name because I'd been calling in and going to see them over the years. So the Casio kid stuck. Now I'm Casio man, so we've just shortened it to Casio. We've just shortened it to Casio. All right. Now we want to open a package.
Okay.
What's in Casio's box? Casio's Cut, P.O. Box 19065, Huntsville, Alabama 35804. I'm gonna let you pick, Judy, as I get a beverage here.
Knife.
Oh, you got a box.
Put this. Get the audio.
Here, you want it? Are you ripping it?
Ripping it.
This is from, you can't see, but it's from DJ Horn. We've blacked his street address out. DJ Horn from Montgomery, Alabama. What's going on in there, Judy?
Ooh.
Should you be? We've got some paper. Paper.
Paper?
That's not paper. That's fancy paper if that's paper.
Oh.
This is a... Oh, this is a pocket square.
Ooh.
Oh, another pocket square.
Ooh, I like this one.
You like that? And another pocket square.
Ooh.
And that's a giant tongue depressor. Stick your tongue out. I'm just kidding. This is a shoehorn.
Oh.
Judy, do you know what a shoehorn is?
No. What is it?
You don't know what a shoehorn is? Somebody wants me to be a gentleman, I guess.
Oh.
One, this knows that they know I'm fat, so I appreciate this, DJ Horn. DJ Horn from Montgomery, Alabama. Thank you, man. Pocket square, so I can look like a gentleman.
Oh.
Shoehorn is, you put that up against the back of your foot so you can pull your shoe out, so slide it on.
Oh.
without bending over,
Oh.
especially us fat guys.
It's not bending over.
Well, bending over, but if you're fat, you can't bend over. If I bend over too much, I'll pass out and fall forward onto the ground.
Oh my god.
So you put that. You know how sometimes you slide your shoe in and it steps on the back of the heel.
Yeah.
You got to put your finger in there and then it's
Yeah.
tight. You do this.
Oh.
Boom. Slide your foot in.
Oh.
How about that?
How about that?
You look so confused about.
Thanks,
the shoe
DJ Horn.
horn. Thanks.
Did you do that because his name is Horn? It's like he'll always remember me.
A shoe horn?
Yeah.
Did you go next level right there?
Next level.
How about it? Well, I gotta. Let's do the shoe horn. Hank
He's
the Pitbull's very fascinated.
Yeah,
Which one goes with my red shirt here?
The checkered one.
Checkered.
Yeah, let's put that up. He's looking too interested
Yeah,
in
no,
that.
he wants to eat that. So let's put those up there. I'm gonna take this one out. I feel like I should put it on for the episode and feel classy, right?
Yeah, and your button down.
This is a Tommy
T-shirt.
Bahama shirt.
Okay.
I don't have a jacket on, but I got a pocket, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Take this so our buddy Hank the Pitbull doesn't eat it. Take that and put it over there. I'm going to take the pocket square. And we'll unbutton it. How about the first Casio'S cut? What's in Casio'S box?
That's nice.
What do you think was about to happen?
I don't know.
I had no idea. Either.
No.
I did not see.
Maybe I thought maybe
pocket
like
square.
stickers or something. No, look, that's
Mhm.
cute.
Is it
Doesn't really-
cute?
not really with that shirt, but
Right.
I like the pattern.
That'll look good. It goes under your blazer.
Yeah.
I wear blazers a lot when I do stand-up comedy, so that'll go right
Yeah.
there.
Or going out to eat.
Oh, in the winter, 'cause it's really a coat. Should we do some more questions here?
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. Still on our Instagram, ask me a question. I put that out there at Casio'S Cut. We had CLC 1876. We had Superman 25. Jeru Hart. There's no way I'm saying that right, but Jeru Hart, I believe it is it. Jarrewhart. Jeru Hart. You can chime in as this as well because you've met him and hung out with him. He says, "What does Tony Schiavone smell like?"
What does he smell like?
I think he smells normal. He just smells normal.
Yeah, he doesn't have a smell. I mean,
I've spent weekends in a hotel with him.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think there's a distinct smell.
no, he doesn't wear cologne or anything, but he's clean.
He's clean. He's deodorant. I know Conrad gives him grief sometimes about his fingernails. But can you? Let's let you talk as well. Thanks, Hank. Getting up in my lap. Let's let you talk as well. Just the transformation you've seen Tony Schiavone from the first
my
time you
God.
met him to now. How is he rocking and rolling?
Oh man, it's like he's a new
Got
man.
the haircut, got the goatee.
Slim
looking right,
Jim.
Slim Jim.
Man.
And you, let's just call it, you got drunk with Lois Schiavone before.
Oh yeah.
You turned her on the moonshine.
Oh yeah, because we had just stopped. You were doing a comedy show in Chattanooga, and we stopped by this gas station that has all this moonshine, like good. And we got
Good.
like good, and it was like this Java mocha blend, and it was.
It was basically chocolate milk with liquor
Oh
in it.
God! And I brought it over there because we're having a good time at Conrad's. And I was drinking my moonshine, and Lois was like, "What is that?" It's like, "It's moonshine." She's like, "What?" It's like, "Yeah."
She doesn't normally drink that.
No, and she's like, "I'm not having moonshine." I was like, "Girl, try this. It's not what you think." So she tried it and loved it.
Next thing you know, Lois Schiavone and Big Booty Judy killed a whole jar of chocolate moonshine.
Oh yeah, I mean it tastes great, but it's still, I mean, it's potent. It's just sneaky.
Yeah, it was sneaky potent. So there you go. So I think Tony Schiavone, he just smells like a human. I don't know what else to say. There's no weird smell. I wish I had a funny answer for that, but it's not. Thank you, though, Drew Hart, for sending that question in. The real Bo Glidden. Bo, what's up,
The
man?
real Bo.
The real. Don't even. You trying to fake like it's another fake Bo Glidden? No. It's the real Bo Glidden. He put. We know him as Stoner Dale. I've met him a few times at some of the live WHW Monday. He's a low key big hog.
Oh, really?
And now he's a candy licker. As low key big hog, the fan club basically for Tony Schiavone's podcast. He says, as my phone goes dead, here we go. He says, Stoner Dale writes, Van Hagar or Van Halen, and why did you just whisper Gary Sharon? Gary Sharon. Some people will get that. I'm going Van Hagar.
Okay.
Judy?
I don't know. I like them both.
Judy, are you going for Van Helsing?
What? I don't know the difference.
Do you know who the band Van Halen is?
Yeah. I don't know.
So Van Hagar is when Van Halen had Sammy Hagar
Yeah.
with him. Van Halen is when they had David Lee Roth.
I like both of them.
Well, this is like when you moved to Alabama and they go, do you like Alabama or Auburn? You just went, I like both of them. Which we know.
I like Van Halen, the song. Like, I don't.
So you don't know him enough to know who's the lead singer
No.
for him. That's what the
No.
deal is, right?
Yeah, I mean, if it's
Okay.
on the radio, I like it.
All right, here's the deal. By the next Q&A podcast, I'll let her listen to more and tell her who's lead singing in every one of those. But I'm going Van Hagar myself.
Okay.
I like Sammy Hagar. He's the bomb.
Okay.
And I like Sammy Hagar. Let's wrap up Instagram questions, and then we'll go to another package. You ready
Okay.
for that?
Yes.
Emma Claire 1. Emma_Claire 1. Will you please add your dad as a co-host for all podcasts going forward? You know what? As we record this, my dad is coming up to Huntsville. He hasn't been to our new house yet.
Yeah.
And he's going to come up, and we're going to see Vince Gill. What?
Lulu's excited about that.
That was not my dad, but that was Lulu, the wolf. And my dad's coming up. We're going to do a Van Hagar. We're going to do Vince Gill concert. And you know what? That might be a good time to get a few more stories from my dad.
Oh, man. Part 2.
You had to hold the mic for the
Yeah.
last dad episode.
Yes.
Just tell the people, that is my dad, period.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean,
Oh, yeah. He wanted to be authentic. He didn't want a mic in his face.
he said if he held a mic, that would limit his hands, and he talks with his hands when he tells the stories.
He really doesn't.
He does it, but he said it would remind him that he was on a podcast.
Yes.
He wanted to act like he was just
He's
hanging
a
out.
method actor.
And you know this. Those stories we've heard a million times, and that's just him. Don't let her out.
She wants out. She wants...
You letting the dogs out, or we're letting the dogs...
We'll take Lulu.
We've locked him in the podcast room. Let him out. He wants out.
Okay.
Let him out if he wants out. He don't want out. All right. So if you're watching on, this is great YouTube footage. If you're listening on podcast, we're keeping it together because we're keeping the audio rolling. But in YouTube, you might have just turned around and saw Big Booty Judy. I'm not sure. I'll have to look back at it. But look back at it. Craftmatic put a fat rabbit on it. Whatever. 2 Chainz says. Bad Money Slim chiming in.
Holla.
Bad Money Slim is the man. It was so good to hang out with Bad Money Slim at the StarCast. Met him at the multiple StarCast. And really this past one in Las Vegas, we really got to hang out and spend some time together. So Bad Money Slim, what's up, buddy? Thank you for chiming in. He responded, what was your favorite dessert this last trip to Vegas? And why is the answer clearly banana bread?
Banana bread.
Well, in Vegas, you just need to watch what you eat in Vegas.
What?
It could be infused with something.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
That's all we'll say there. You just need to watch what you eat in Las Vegas. It might be banana bread, and it might be infused banana bread.
Oh, yeah. You don't want that. That is nightmare sauce.
No, Well, you just need to know when you're eating it.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you're eating, let's just call it. If you're eating something that's infused with cannabis, THC, you need to know that going in. And sometimes in Vegas, when you eat stuff, you don't know if it's infused or not. So you just need to probably ask that beforehand. But me and Bad Money Slim had a fantastic time. How great are his suits and his hair and everything about
Incredible.
it? Huh? He came out with the Conrad Thompson podcast Jesus suit. Remember?
Oh, yeah. That was a hit.
That was a smash hit. And one more from our Instagram at Casio'S Cut. Dak Prescott 2139. I'm looking at his picture. I don't think it's the real Dak Prescott. Judy, if I said who is the real Dak Prescott, what would you say?
That's awesome.
But do you know who the real Dak Prescott is?
Yeah, but he's
Who is it?
Alabama player. No.
No.
Florida State?
No.
No.
Mississippi State.
Mississippi State.
Now he's the
Can you
quarterback
edit that
for the
out?
Dallas Cowboys. Can you edit that
That's
out?
embarrassing.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
You're not a Mississippi State football fan or Dallas Cowboys fan.
He's the quarterback, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a quarterback for the Cowboys now, but he was at Mississippi State. He was very good. Played against Alabama. That's why you remember him. He was at Mississippi State. They play Alabama every year. Played him tough. All right. Dak Prescott 2139, not the same Dak Prescott, said, who's your favorite college football team?
Alabama. Even though that kind of like smashes me down that I don't know the players.
No, you just knew he was a college football player. Take another drink. That's be fun. Huh? I'm going to take another drink. We have finished our Instagram. Thank you for everybody who chimed in on Instagram at Casio'S Cut. I got my Animal House college class here. Filled with haterade for all the haters. All right, Big Booty Judy, you had success on the last one. What we got? 1, 2. We got 4 more? Or 5 more? 4?
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, you pick this one.
Yep.
You read who that's from, and I will rip it open.
Trinity Bishop.
Trinity Bishop.
Can I say what state they're from?
You could say what city. I should have.
What
I
state?
think I blacked out.
City?
Yeah, I blacked out their street name.
Okay. Brentwood, Tennessee.
Brentwood, Tennessee. Oh, we got a letter.
Oh.
Should we read the letter and then pull out the gift? All right, you read it.
See, you do have girls that listen to your podcast.
Trinity Bishop does.
Stay golden, Casio. Happy birthday.
Oh, well, we did the first call for P.O. Box gifts around my birthday.
Okay.
So she's one of the first ones that was sending in. So let's get it. Trinity Bishop. Where'd you? Oh, Brentwood. Oh, bright shirt. Big Booty Judy, and it is. Oh no!
Stay golden.
It's the Golden Girls. Stay golden shirt. Stay golden.
I think I might be stealing that one to sleep in.
I was about to say, not to what? Put over your truck as a. Should I put that on for the rest of the podcast?
Are you just gonna wear everything?
Well, should I?
I don't know.
I feel like they should get a glimpse of it.
Yeah.
Right? They send it in.
Yeah.
All right. Tell them while I put this on. Tell them how they need to follow us. You look so nervous because I didn't tell you to study for anything. Tell them how they can follow us on social media.
I don't know actually.
At Casio'S Cut.
At Casio'S Cut.
That's it.
Twitter,
Instagram.
Instagram.
Website is what?
Website is CASSIO'Scut.com.
Yeah.
That was a guess. So you could just Google that and find everything.
Oh. Look. Would you look at this?
Would you look at that? Would you look at it?
Oh, yeah. Stay golden, my friends. Woo!
It's like a Dos
That
Equis
is-
commercial.
Yeah. Stay golden.
Stay golden, my friends.
The Golden Girls t-shirt. Look good. Now look, you can kind of see my gut. I'm probably lose some weight eventually, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Why you give me that eye? Why you give me the stink eye? They can't see it on the podcast. They can see it on YouTube. You gave me a stink eye. Huh?
Yeah. Well,
What did I tell you before I got married?
you're not gonna change.
This is going to be me forever. If I happen to lose weight, that's a plus. But you need to get used to me being fat for the rest of life. For the rest of your life. All right.
Okay.
Thanks, everybody, on the Casio'S Cut Instagram. Thank you. What was it, Trinity?
Trinity Bishop at
From Brentwood?
Brentwood. It's an awesome city.
Thank you for that. She sent me the Golden Girls t-shirt. Now we're going to go to our Twitter feed. Let me get the Twitter
I was
feed
getting ready for
ready.
a package.
What's that?
I was getting ready for a package.
Well, grab a package and read them the P.O. box in case they want to. Any package.
Okay. If you want to
Grab
send
them the P.O. box, and if they want to send us and be on the next episode, where should they send that to?
they need to send it to Casio's Cut at P.O. Box 19065, Huntsville, Alabama 35804. That's P.O. Box
Yep.
19065,
Mm-hmm.
Huntsville, Alabama
Mm-hmm.
35804.
All right, on Twitter, at Casio'S Cut, or going there, Derek Hernstrom. He tweets in, he's at D Hernstrom. Thank you, man, for tweeting a question in. What is the deal? What is the deal on not breaking the seal? Man, I broke the seal after the first date. Of course, now I have 6 kids, so who knows? Maybe my wife's been in a coma after the first date. Well, that got weird. Derek, first of all, thanks for the question. Thanks for following us on Twitter at Casio'S Cut. What's the deal with breaking the seal, Judy?
Because it stinks and nasty. Once you break it, then it's like game on.
Once
I'm
you
not
break
ready.
it, it's game
Not
on
ready.
because it stinks and it's nasty.
Mm-hmm. Then it's a competition. Then it's like, who can outdo the other?
Well, there was this one time that she tooted sitting at the dinner table,
No.
and it sounded like a weed eater running through a pile of sheets. It was
Stop.
like,
Stop.
and I started belly laughing. I mean, I was dying. I thought, well, you know what? If she can let it go at the dinner table, I'm gonna let it go at the dinner table. So you know how you guys, you know how you grab your seat so you can get a little extra, resistance there when you pass the gas. I hunkered down, pulled myself towards the seat, and I mean, mine let it rip, tater chip. Mine sounded like a bat getting caught in a ceiling fan. It was just, and we laughed for 30 minutes, and nobody else in Ruby Tuesdays thought it was funny. But I'm ching.
Anyways.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we just never have. Actually, she breaks the seal in her sleep all the time. She's
What?
She's a sleep tutor. Yep. I toot in my sleep. That should be your t-shirt.
I toot in my sleep.
That should be, you know what? We should make that into Casio'S Cut merchandise. It'll be kind of big so girls can order them and sleep in them. And it should say, I toot in my sleep. That should be the key there. And you heard me toot in Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
accidentally.
Because,
I didn't mean to.
you party and you drink, so you get these beer toots.
Well, no, she's trying to just leave it at that. We got back to our hotel room and in Las Vegas, and she does not like me using the bathroom. She's so paranoid about that. She doesn't even like me peeing if she's in the bathroom. So she was in the mirror looking at herself, and I said, I need to pee. And she said, okay, almost done. I said, you don't get it. I need to pee right now. She wouldn't get out of the bathroom, so I barged in, and I started peeing while she was looking in the mirror, and she was going, no, no, no. And I started laughing, and as I was laughing, I was tooting, and she said,
You sound like a dad fart.
I don't know what a dad fart means. What does that mean?
Big and airy.
Big and hairy.
Yeah.
Oh, I love you, dear.
Love you.
Big and airy. You just threw out there in front of the world. Going on our Twitter feed at Casio'S Cut. Summer Suit Tim. You know Summer Suit Tim.
Yeah. Got the best suits in the
Got
nation.
those shorts.
Shorts. It's summer suit.
All his suit is a summer suit. So it's got the jacket and then it's got the shorts. Always looking good with somebody's logo on there. He said, can we get Wade? You know Wade.
Oh, yeah.
From the first episode. If you have not heard that, go the Liberal Rednecks Jump in the Cut. That was kind of our pilot episode for Casio'S Cut. And I'm going to tell you, it's got some of the sleeper better stories in that episode. Especially when it gets to the end. And we are talking about our buddy Wade. And as a matter of fact, Summer Suit Tim, can we get Wade and Corey Forster on an episode together, he says.
Oh, both of them.
Corey, of course, was the liberal redneck and was he basically told the Wade stories that time because me and Wade and Corey went on the road together as we were doing stand-up comedy. And so Summer Suit Tim, ironically, perfect timing, just talked to quote-unquote Wade this week, just the other day, and asked him if I could record with him. He said he would love it and went on some rant about Republicans and Democrats. I tuned out after that. But here's to confirm, Wade will be on an upcoming episode. Hopefully going to record that this week, if not next. So soon as I can get him nailed down, Wade. That's right, Wade. Go back, if you do not know the stories about Wade, go back to episode 1 of Casio'S Cut and listen to that.
What did he give Jerry?
He gave Jerry Fig Newtons.
Fig Newtons.
Or
Look it
Chewini. And it was giving him
Watch
Fig
the episode.
Newtons. As what's that?
Listen to the episode.
Yeah, we don't want to give it away, but he gave him Fig Newtons. And let's just say my Chewini, Jerry Barcia, he did some tricks for some Fig Newtons.
He loved some Fig Newtons.
Ringside Rant chiming in. Shout out to Ringside Rant and everybody over there. RJ Krasinski.
What?
How would you say that?
Krasinski.
Yeah, see, I nailed it. He's with Ringside Rant. I was on his podcast before, so thank you.
Okay, cool.
To RJ for having me on. Ringside Rant, if you want to find them, check them out at _Ringside Rant, and that is a Tuesday podcast as well. So he's going up right against me. So I hope you download Casio'S Cut podcast and then check out Ringside Rant. But he tweets in, if Casio and Judy, if you were an animal, if Casio was an animal, what animal would he be and why? So I guess that's for both of us, or it could be for you.
What?
I would pick, if I was an animal, we just watched Serengeti on Discovery Channel. I would be a hyena.
Hyena.
First they laugh. Yeah, and everybody knows
creepy
me.
Though.
You agree when we go out in public, I usually get noticed if I laugh.
Oh yeah, every time you laugh, you're like, oh my god.
So, hyenas got the laugh.
Yeah.
And after watching Serengeti, they're pretty badass.
They're very badass, but you're more like cuddly and lovey and just you want to hang out with them like a mongoose or a meerkat. Like you just want to be around them.
A mongoose?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're long and lean. I'm not long and lean.
But you just love them.
What if I was like a sloth?
I don't want to cuddle a sloth.
I'm pretty lazy.
Yeah, but
you don't want to cuddle a sloth?
No.
Koala bear.
A meerkat.
What do you want to cuddle? You want to cuddle a meerkat? Well, it doesn't have to be from Africa. You can be anything.
But I just.
What if I was a pit bull?
I mean, you don't.
Look at me and Hank. Hank's my spirit animal. He's passed out on the floor right now.
Hank is your spirit animal.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not mean or nothing, but you're lovey.
Can I be a dog?
Yeah.
So that would be an animal?
Mm-hmm.
It should be a dog?
Yeah, very approachable, loyal,
I want people
funny.
to just feed me. I'm not just sleep all day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm Hank the Pitbull. Hank the Pitbull is kind of
Yeah.
my spirit animal.
Oh yeah.
Huh?
Everybody loves you.
Everybody loves me. I'm approachable.
Yeah.
And if you feed me and let me sleep all day, I'm happy. Let's see. What do we got? Oh, Summersuit Tim tweets in again. Yeah, at Casio'S Cut. Is your lovely wife, well, that's your Twitter, at Notorious BBJ.
That's mine.
Is your lovely wife jealous of your obvious man love for me and my suits?
I think I responded, yes,
For sure is what you did.
for sure.
For
Sure.
sure.
For
Doug
sure.
Holliday, who did the Candy Liquor graphic, who, if you've seen the logo for the podcast, did Doug Holliday knock that out of the park or what?
Mm-hmm.
He knocked
Killer.
it out of the park. Shout out to Doug Holliday up in Canada. How about that?
Canada.
He's at Halliday, Halliday, Doug, at Halliday Doug. He said, he responded to it. He said, no one is jealous of those legs, Tim. And Tim said, just my good looks and personality. Maybe you could look into those, Doug. So now we got a Twitter war breaking out here on the episode of Casio'S Cut between all the Twitter followers. So thank you, everybody who chimed in on Casio'S Cut and on Twitter and sent us a question there. How about it? Should we open another? Let's open up another. Oh, you already got one picked out.
Yeah.
All right, who's this by?
This is Tony Blevins from Loves Park, Illinois.
Hang on. Oh, it's under the tape. Tony Blevins from Loves Park, Illinois. I don't know where that is. Loves Park, Illinois. Tony Blevins sent us a box. Thank you, Tony. What are those?
What are those?
Oh,
No.
those, as you can see on YouTube, are a pair of black Crocs. Huh?
Did you send a message to everybody? Hey, by the way, give me stuff.
No, I joked on one of the podcasts that if you sent something, I would wear it. I didn't know they were going to take that to meaning. I meant you can send me anything to the P.O. box.
This thing was
Anything fun
apparel.
you can send. So what do you have? Do you have something to cut this? Because I'm going to put these on right now. He sent me a size of black Crocs. And now, Tony, I remember you from Instagram. I should have known something was up. Big Booty Judy. Tony, I'll have to look back because I think it was Instagram. But sent me a private message. And did you just pull out a blade?
Yeah.
Look at these. Standard rubber with the holes, Crocs. I should have known something was up. Tony asked me what my shoe size was.
Oh, really?
But I don't think his name was Tony. On the social media. I'm going to have to figure that out. Oh, yeah. Got the Crocs.
It is name brand.
What? The blade?
No.
Oh, the Crocs.
Crocs.
No, they're legit Crocs. Yeah, they're straight up Crocs.
They're proud of that brand now.
How about it? A Big Booty Judy, what do you think about my new Crocs?
All right. Can't wait to see you garden in them.
You are so put out by the Crocs. Don't I look good in Crocs?
With your
With my Stay Golden Girls shirt on?
All right.
Huh? This could be my new look.
Yay.
Yeah? Tell you what, this tag was
All
bothering me.
right. We can't return it now.
What, we going to return it? We don't live in wherever they lived. Brentwood?
Man.
We ain't rich enough to live in Brentwood.
That's-
I want them Crocs.
Now what about them?
Well, see, I put the, they got that latch on the back.
Yeah.
You see that little strap,
Yeah.
Judy?
I see that.
So this is when you're just kind of chilling. I'm gonna go check the mail.
Just chilling your Crocs.
Yeah, you know what this is? Hey, you put that strap all the way to the back where it locks your heel in. Guess what? 4-wheel drive. Now I can go anywhere in these things.
What, are you just going for a
Wherever.
like a
no.
light jog
Oh no,
across
I'm going to work.
What? You're not going to work in
Might
those.
go to a show in them.
No.
Might go to Vince Gill right here in Huntsville.
No.
Might go right here. Look at these Crocs.
I think you're going to go check the mail with them.
Look at
They're
these.
great shoes to
Oh.
check the mail.
Got my Crocs on. Yeah, my all black Crocs here. Oh, I got a
Thank
t-shirt.
you, listeners.
Thank you. Which one was that?
This is Tony.
Tony Blevins. Loves Park, Illinois. Sounds like a weird truck stop where you hang
Yeah.
out at Loves Park. I got a shoehorn. I can put my Crocs on my shoehorn. Let's see how this is all folding together.
So good.
All right, we got two.
Okay.
We got two packages left.
I'm going to say the golden one for last.
And I'm gonna have to pull up my Facebook. You can go to Casio'S Cut on Facebook, and we can send up questions there, as well as everywhere else. Let me find this. Wow, who's the next package from? Big Booty Judy.
Tanner.
Tanner Blevins. That's from Villa Rica.
Not Tanner Blevins. That was
No.
Tony Blevins. There's Tanner from Villa Rica, Georgia.
Oh, I blocked it out. Tanner from Villa Rica, Georgia. Okay. What's his name? Tanner Villa. Oh, it is Tanner from Villa. I blocked out the wrong thing. Tanner, Villa Rica, Georgia. I'll find your name in a second. But thank you, Tanner from Villa Rica, Georgia. I'm looking on the old deal. Go to Facebook Casio'S Cut and see if there's. No, go ahead and open it. Yeah, crack that thing open. I'm waiting on you. What we got? What's that?
WrestleMania.
Wait, stop it. You stop it. This could be big. You freaking stop it. Give me that. Oh, it's regular. It's regular Nintendo game. This is the old school Nintendo game. WrestleMania. Yeah. I don't have a regular Nintendo. I used to. But I don't have a regular Nintendo anymore. But the WrestleMania with Hulk on the front, that is a strong addition. Wait, there's more?
There's more.
Oh. Well, you don't know this is a Nintendo 64 game. I don't have a Nintendo 64, but I did used to have a Nintendo 64. We got Warzone with Stone Cold on there. Woo! These are hot, Judy. I don't have a game system, which means I might have to get one. We got World Tour, WCW versus NWO. We got that game as well for Nintendo 64. We got another Nintendo 64 game. We got Attitude, WWF Attitude for Nintendo 64. Again, I don't have a Nintendo 64, but those are going to look good. I can put those on the shelf and they'll look good, right? Oh, we got another original Nintendo game. WrestleMania Steel Cage Challenge. Oh, that is classic. We've got the WrestleMania Steel Cage Challenge, a regular Nintendo game. That was my shirt riding up, my Golden Girl shirt. Well, thank you. Who was that? Oh, Tanner from Villa Rica. I blacked out your last name accidentally, but I don't have any of those game systems. I have a PlayStation 4 and I have a Nintendo Switch, and the only old video game system I have is a Game Boy, the original Game Boy. But thank you. Hopefully that'll give me an excuse for Big Booty Judy.
Thanks, Tanner.
Pick up the microphone. We're doing a podcast.
Thanks, Tanner.
Tanner from Villa Rica. Thank you, buddy. Man, I appreciate that. At minimal, if she doesn't let me get the system, I'm going to put that on my shelf with all my other wrestling stuff because it looks super cool right there. I'm going to go to my page. We're going to do last set of questions and then open up the last package?
Yes.
How does that sound?
Sounds great.
So go to Casio'S Cut to download any of these episodes, this episode and more. You can download them straight to your phone. You can listen. You can share them on your social media. That would be awesome if you had a good time, especially if I read your name here on the podcast. And then let's go to our Facebook page, Casio'S Cut, Q&A. By the way, these Crocs feel fantastic. She's going to have a hard time keeping these Crocs on the ground.
Well, as long as they stay in the
I
house.
know Ric Flair had a hard time keeping them Gators down. We'll have a hard time keeping these Crocs on the floor, my friend. Going to our Facebook, facebook.com/Casio'S Cut. We've got Laura Malone says, how many tattoos does Judy have?
Am I showing or just saying?
It's up to you.
I
Just start off by saying on the podcast, how many?
I have 2 large ones. Just 2.
Just 2.
Nope.
They're very large. It's up to you. Would you like to show them?
Well, I have one.
We call him Ralph.
Well, yeah, this one's Ralph. This is
Walk
my,
up closer to the camera.
This is my spirit animal, Wolf.
There's a wolf. That's why we have Lulu.
Yeah.
That is Ralph, and you actually won an award for that.
Yeah, at the Space City.
There's a microphone in your hand.
I can't
Well,
reach.
step back.
At the Space City Tattoo here in Huntsville, Alabama.
Space City Tattoo Expo.
Yep. And it was done by a guy called Yeelis from Allegory Arts Tattoo,
Where's he at? Do we know?
Florence, Alabama.
All right, so shout out to Euless. Gave you that tattoo at the convention, and then later that day, you entered a contest.
Yep.
For what?
I think Best in Show. I won Best in Show
Best
that
in
day.
show, best color, something like that.
Yep.
I remember you won a contest. So that's Ralph the Wolf. Do you want to show part of the next one?
And
As you
me-
lift up your Wiener is my wingman
Oh.
shirt.
Yep.
Here.
That's,
I'll hold the mic. Here. Take this microphone.
Okay.
Step closer. Take it with you. This has got a longer cord. That's what she said.
Okay.
You got a rose
Yep. I got 3 roses.
that goes over your hip.
Yep.
Don't pull your
Right.
pants down.
3 sisters.
For your 3 sisters?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. How about that?
Yep.
So you got, and those are huge. Those goes from your rib cage, and then Ralph the Wolf ends just above your knee, all on the same side.
Yep.
You have 2. I have 1. I have 1 tiny one. It's compared to yours. I'll show it. I have the funny bone sticking out of my arm. So there we go for the YouTube. It says haha, and it's a bone sticking out of the skin. Shout out to Jules Woods, who hooked me up with that.
Oh, yeah. He did these, my roses.
He did your roses, and he did my funny bone. He's at what, Blackwater Ink now? Is that right? Is that right?
What do I miss?
Jules Woods, if you want it, if you're over in the Carrollton, Georgia area, message me. Pretty sure it's Blackwater Ink now. He was at a different shop then, but he's at a new place. If you're interested, it's great work. Does a killer job. If you're interested, message me, and I will tell you where he's officially at after this YouTube is over. Barbara Dial Spangler on Facebook. She doesn't drop me a question. Again, you are apparently the star of the show. She said, when did she realize she loved you? And before you say something, our buddy Doug Markham, you know, referee Doug Markham, have
Doug.
stripes, will travel. Turn around, Doug!
Oh.
Doug said, she still don't know for sure. Sorry, I had to. But Barbara Spangler wants to know, when did you realize you love me? Ooh, that's a deep question.
I think we were just hanging out on a Sunday and watching movies and, I don't know, just hanging out, probably making dinner, just being normal. It's like, I could do this.
Just being normal. Basically, she told you when she decided she was going to settle.
No,
I could
it
do
was
this.
fun. I
Huh?
enjoyed it.
You could settle.
No.
I think you fell in love with me when I couldn't go out of town and I gave you my Black Keys concert tickets.
That was pretty cool.
and you realized, oh snap, this fat kid gets a lot of free concert tickets. Speaking of, as you can see behind us, concerts.
Oh, yeah.
All wall art in our house is a concert poster that we went to. We've seen together, seen live. And this is Greg Allman. I got lucky enough to see him before he passed away. So that's our Greg Allman. In the middle, we got Government Mule, one of our favorite bands ever. Shout out to Warren Haynes and the crew over at Government Mule. And over on Big Booty Judy's other side, we got St. Paul and the Broken Bones Mardi Gras poster. Don't know if you can see that with some of the glare. But shout out to Paul from St. Paul. They've always treated us well. And I got to hang out with him, actually, last StarCast. We went to the last all-out event, Double or Nothing, together and hung out all weekend. So shout out to Paul Janeway and St. Paul and the Broken Bones, one of our favorite bands. And that's a killer poster. All those killer posters right here in the podcast room. So you realize you love me just one random Sunday hanging out.
Yeah.
Netflix and chill.
Yeah.
Boom. I was really going to say low-key big hog or button on a fur coat, but it was just Netflix and chill. Gene Jackson. Our buddy Gene Jackson said he's in the wrestling business as well. He's in the stand-up comedy business as well. I've been on his podcast as well. He said, hanging with Conrad Thompson, who is the podfather, of course, who does podcast with Tony Schiavone, like we mentioned, WHW Monday, Tony Schiavone. He also does one called 83 Weeks with Eric Bischoff. He also does one Grilling with JR, that's Jim Ross. And he also does, of course, the Bruce Pritchard podcast. Bruce Pritchard, of course, Something to Wrestle With, which is the kind of one that blew it up. That's the biggest and rockin' and rollest. But he does all those. He's the podfather and has a new one coming out with Arn Anderson that he announced as well. So anyway, he says, hanging in with Conrad, you've met a ton of famous wrestlers. Who are you most excited to meet? Who surprised you by being way cooler than you anticipated? I haven't had too many bad experiences. Wouldn't you say that as well?
Yeah.
I think the wrestling community overall has been very good. I don't want to bury somebody right here on the podcast, but none of them came to mind where I thought, oh, that was an awful, awful experience. The last StarCast, you were kind of a talent escort for Cyborg.
Oh, yeah. That was my jam.
You enjoyed her.
Cyborg Nation.
Cyborg Nation. And you also, who else were you with?
I was with, it wasn't...
You were with Billy Gunn.
Billy Gunn. He was very cool.
He did toot in front of you.
He did toot, like a big protein toot. And he was like, gave me this panic look, like, where's the bathroom? I was like, oh my God. That way, get away from me, you nasty man. Nice. He was very nice.
And then the first day, this past StarCast, you did Rikishi and the whole family, right?
Yeah, the Dynasty.
The Dynasty.
Yep.
You were with Rikishi, and they were fantastic.
Yeah.
Every time I looked over, you having a ball with them.
Oh, yeah.
This past StarCast, I did, who was I
The
with?
barber guy. No, you weren't with him, but you were with that.
I did Brutus Barber Beefcake before. Fantastic. I did Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man. Fantastic. So I did Ricky Morton and them. Fantastic. Jake the Snake was super cool. He was one of the earliest when we were hanging out with Conrad. Jake the Snake was very cool. Put me in a sleeper hold for a pick. And, of course, he locked it in tight, as he should. Flair, met Flair multiple times, Ric Flair. And he has been nothing but fantastic. Last time we met, he could not believe that you married me. He was fascinated. Mm-hmm. He could not imagine why. He kept asking you why you married me.
Yeah, multiple times.
Multiple times. He would just stop in the middle of dinner and say, wait a minute. You're married to him?
Yeah.
I don't get it. But which was good. That's a compliment in my book.
We met Sting. I don't know.
Sting, we had a great time.
Oh, yeah, we did. We helped him do
We helped him
autographs.
sign posters.
Yeah.
And he was fantastic. I think Sting, you pointed up there because I have a signed mask by Sting. But I think what was cool about him, and what was the funny part, it was kind of a surreal moment because I've worked around them, met a bunch of them through Conrad, of course, and everybody else through the years. But I think the funny part about Sting was we worked. He was super nice.
Oh, yeah.
Super cordial. Rocked and rolled. We helped him out. Had a good time. He was talking, making casual talk. But the funny part was after he got through signing, he was about to do like a public signing. He was signing like memorabilia that some of the people that purchased it got a poster that was signed. And so he was signing those and knocking them out. And then when he got through, he had to do a public signing where you get to meet and greet and a picture. And before he did that, there was a snack bar there in Conrad Thompson's basically conference room office at StarCast. And I saw it was hilarious, and I told my buddy Corey Forster, who's with the Liberal Rednecks, the World Red Comedy Tour, episode 1 of Casio'S Cut, who was there working with me and you and Sting. I said, just look over there. It's funny to see Sting in full face paint trying not to get his paint on a crackers and cheese that he was eating. Just seeing him go, I was like, I never in my life imagined to see Stinger eating crackers and cheese. I'm usually seeing him flow down from the rafters.
The sugars to get low.
Yeah, you don't want your sugar to get low. He was super cool. Thanks to Bruce Pritchard, he introduced me to Mean Gene Oakland, who I love.
Oh, yeah. You
Mean
met him a few
Gene,
times.
being in communications, broadcasting. Mean Gene, Tony Schiavone were idols. So it was super cool to see Mean Gene. Bruce Pritchard, thank you, buddy. He did the intro for me there. Briscoe and John Layfield.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic. Shout out to Jerry Briscoe and Layfield, John Layfield. Absolutely fantastic there. Meeting them. I think, like we said, we've been lucky enough. It's kind of cheesy, but we've been lucky enough to have great experiences with everybody. You got to meet Earl Hebner.
Oh, yeah. I love
He
Earl.
fell in love with you.
Oh, yeah. I love Earl.
Maybe we should do giveaways. He signed like 20 pictures for you.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
Maybe we'll do giveaways for Casio'S Cut, signed Earl Hebner pictures. He said, you know what? You take these home with
he
you.
Gave me a lot.
And who else were you with that year?
Ooh. Who was it?
Leapin'
Lanny Poffo.
Poffo. Who?
Oh, yeah. I got a little
Did he say he loved your aura?
Yes,
What did he say?
he did.
Your chakra? What did he say?
My aura.
He loved your aura.
Oh, yeah. And he gave me a kiss.
Excuse me?
He gave me a kiss. You can't. I mean, it just happened. I had to tell you immediately.
He's very flexible. He bent down and gave you a kiss.
Yeah.
And you told me, leaving Lanny Poffo kiss me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's a smart man. He's a genius. And so you met him. So you've had great experiences.
Oh,
with
yeah.
everybody.
I mean, that's what's fascinating about the wrestling thing. I was never into it, and I just like how much they love their fans and what they do for their fans. Like, I don't know any like celebrity that does that, like goes out of their way for their fans.
By the way, Hank the Pitbull, this must be real crocodile because he's chewing on it and licking it. So I'm gonna say these are real.
You got to put those up high.
Crocodile. Hank the Pitbull is loving these. Where'd my phone go?
It's in your lap.
Oh, sorry. Look, stop chewing my Crocs. Hank the Pitbull, who, by the way, he's on Instagram, but he's kind of half-ass on Instagram, isn't he? But
Yeah.
he's at Hank Mitchell Jr. So thanks, Gene, for asking that question. Who were you most excited to meet? Who was way cooler than you anticipated? I think way cooler. Kevin Nash was way cooler than I anticipated. And X-Pac.
Oh, X-Pac. I love his little dog.
He had his dog with him. Absolutely super cool. Not that I had, just X-Pac and Kevin Nash. I think, growing up watching them in wrestling, the coolest dudes on the planet. So you never know what their attitude's going to be when you meet them. And when we met them and hung out with them, they were absolutely fantastic. Absolutely to the max. Fantastic. So a couple more from Facebook. You get the last package ready, Judy.
Yes.
Pull that up.
This is the pretty one.
And we got two more questions from Facebook. Troy Fraswan Troy Frazran says, what did you think about the wings you ate yesterday? When he posted this, I just got through hosting the Wing Fest in Hazel Green, Alabama for their touchdown club. And I love the wings. I did it's not the day of the wing contest that gets you. It's the day after the wing contest that gets you. As my wife can tell, I didn't see much of her.
There was a lot of parties yesterday.
A lot of poop parties going on. She had to run a lot of errands without me the day after the Wing Fest, but they were fantastic. I always enjoy judging food contests. I'm never going to complain about that. And Craig Gilliam says, what is the one thing she hates for you to do the most?
Snore.
Wow, that was pretty quick.
Yes. Because that kept me up last night. You killed me.
I'm kind of off and on in my snoring.
Yes.
It goes away. Mm-hmm. Yesterday and this weekend, the past week or so, we've been battling some sinus problems.
My voice isn't that great. Well, it's never that great, but it's not that great right now. Extra not great.
We've been battling some sinus problems. So when I get the sinus problems, I have a couple beers. We cooked out for your parents.
Yeah.
Had a couple beers. That kind of gets everything rocking and rolling.
I should have took a NyQuil.
So I was loud.
You were so loud.
But I'm not as loud as I used to be.
You were loud last night. Yeah. I mean, you've lost weight.
Boom. That's why I fit into this new 2X Golden Girl shirt.
But yeah, you have a
with the layer underneath.
You have a specific weight that if you
don't know what it is.
It's literally like a pound difference. If you pass that, it is like, I mean, you're like a bear.
Okay.
It's awful.
And then if not, I'm all right.
Then there's no snoring.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for sending your questions. I greatly appreciate it. We're going to do it again. Next time we do the What's in Casio'S box, we're going to open all those up and do questions again. Also, before we get out of here, thank you to everybody who's donated to Casio'S Cut. The donation to shave my head for the Downtown Rescue Mission. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you want to be a part of that, either go to any of our social media. You'll see the links there. Go to therocket951.com. There's a link there as well, as Hank the Pitbull continues to lick and chew on my Crocs. Judy, you have the last deal. You want me to open it? You got it?
I got it.
Oh, you want me to hold your microphone?
Got it.
Thanks. Now
I love this.
It's a very
packaging.
Gold bubble wrap. What does it say? What's it from?
It says, from the best gift ever, San Francisco.
Best gift ever.
Yeah.
Wait, that's the name?
Yeah, that's the name.
So there's no name. It just says best gift ever.
What is this?
What we got?
It's a potato.
Is that a potato? A potato?
Potato parcel.
Potato parcel.
Eat me, Casio.
What? What? Wait, what?
Yep.
Eat me, Casio?
Yeah. Potato parcel.
OMG. Eat me, Casio. There's no name on it. It just says best gift ever.
Best gift ever.
Let me see it. Hold this. Hold this microphone. Let me see this tater. OMG. Wait, it's a real potato.
Yeah, it's a real potato.
I thought it was like a styrofoam or something. It says "Eat me, Casio" on it. Well, as you know, I love mashed potatoes.
That's true.
My goal this year is to
Hank wants
wants the potato. Hank the Pitbull wants the potato. My name, it's at the Casio Kid is my name, but my display name on Twitter is Tater Thought, and I love mashed potatoes.
Oh, we gotta take a pic of your tater and use potato parcel to be featured on our social media.
Potato parcel, and it says "Eat me, Casio." We'll take pictures of this.
Yeah.
Those of you want to see it, go to YouTube and check it out. As Hank the Pitbull.
Oh, he wants that tater.
Dying. Look, he takes after his daddy. He wants taters. And then, thank you everybody for. Somebody, by the way, no name attached. That means somebody knows my love for taters. I appreciate that.
And somebody for one for every potato sold, we donate one to local food banks. So someone else got a potato.
Somebody else Did they say eat me, Cassio?
I think it said eat me, Cassio. I think they just gave a regular potato.
Will this rot on my desk? Because I want to keep
Yeah.
this forever.
You're just going to have to give it to Hank.
He's literally pawing me in the head. With a
He
potato.
wants a tater! He wants a
He's the mashed potato raider. He's the tater raider.
Like,
Right now. Hank, chill out, dude. Thanks everybody for listening. Thanks everybody for donating to Casio's Cut fundraiser. Send in your questions on all the social media at Casio's Cut. Thanks everybody who watched on YouTube, and we appreciate that. We got Nintendo games. We got a Golden Girls T-shirt. We got Crocs. We got what else? A shoehorn.
Yeah.
We got some pocket squares.
Yeah. And
Did we miss anything?
your shirt.
We got my shirt and my pocket squares and Crocs. And video games and eat me the potato. So thanks everybody for sending those in. Those are absolutely, couldn't have imagined more for what's in Casio's box. Can't wait to see what happens next month. We will keep taking those requests in. I'm going to put the potato up one more time. Eat Me Casio is on the potato. That is so freaking cool right there. Follow us on social media at Casio's Cut. Thanks everybody for chiming in. And send in your packages!
Bye.
That's the way I wanna be. I'll be a white trash superstar. That's the way I wanna be. I'll be a white trash superstar.
It's a quarter to one. We've been looking for fun. It's a quarter to two. Oh, what you wanna do? It's a quarter to three. You know what I need. It's a quarter to four. Do we have any more? Cocaine, country day.